My name is Sherry Walls. Actually, I've had a diagnosis of stage 4 rectal cancer, and it's been a journey. So it's something that I wanted to share with my family, and something that I want to share with friends and with people that I actually don't even know, so that maybe this journey and maybe what's going on with me can minister to someone. I'm in Worth County, and Worth County is filled with people who love the Lord and worship God and believe in miracles. And Worth County is in need of revival, just like the entire nation and the entire world. But there's an overwhelming number of people in Worth County that is affected by cancer. Many people have lost loved ones to the disease. My children are no stranger. Just about a year and a half ago, from when I was diagnosed, they lost their father to lung cancer. And God tells us that Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And you better believe that cancer is straight from hell. But we have the authority and the power to stand up to it. And when it started off with a diagnosis about 8 years ago that I had rectal prolapse, something that wasn't an emergency, didn't require an emergency type surgery or anything. And so just considering how funds were at that time, it was something that I put off as long as I possibly could, and did so until a couple of years ago it started really taking a toll on my body. I became anemic, no energy, and I was suffering a lot of pain and discomfort, and it was starting to affect my life, my family, my job, everything. And it was time to do something about it. And when I went to a doctor, I prayed to God before ever going to see any kind of physician that I'm only in my 40s. I'm only halfway through my life, and I have not been good to my body. If you give me a second chance to do something with the body, the temple of God, a living, breathing temple of God, I promise to put it to good use, and I promise to treat my body better, better foods, better activity, just make more healthy choices, and live the rest of my life, the other half, healthy. And I just prayed for him to make a way for me to find a doctor who could help me. And I wound up going to Macon to see Dr. Brewer. And after doing some tests, I indeed had rectal prolapse, but the prolapse was being caused by a tumor that was later determined to be cancer. And then after coming to Albany and doing some more scans, it was determined that it was stage 4 cancer, as cancer had spread to my liver and both my lungs. And we scheduled after that to have the main source removed. And once that tumor was removed, I saw such a great improvement in the way I felt. It was so wonderful. It was such a blessing. So there is no way that I am discouraging medical treatment of any sort. I believe that God has sent medicines and doctors and put them in our lives and gave us these choices to have in the world of medicine to make us better. And with that was a step of faith for me, because after I had relief, I just felt so much better than I had in so long that it was easy for me to put my faith in motion and believe that the existing cancers that were there I would be healed. And that is my belief, that I will receive a complete healing. And I've tried my best to be obedient to God. I'm in the Word, and I've missed it. I could tell that I've missed it. And in the Word, God promises to just trust Him, to just have faith, and we can be healed. And that is exactly what I'm doing. I've seen 3 different oncologists. They have each been equally honest and open, and have told me that with chemo treatments that I could possibly live 2.5 years with, with even hope you can maybe even get to 5 years. You can, there's just people respond differently, but basically it's going to come to an end and soon, and that's in the doctor's opinions, and they're looking at it from a medical standpoint and based on what's happened in the past with similar circumstances. And if you don't take the chemo, then you're looking at maybe a year. And I chose not to do the chemo. I don't want to extend my life a year or 2, 3, 4. I want a miracle, and I want to live. And it's not any sort of fear of dying, because I don't have a problem at all leaving this world and going to be with God. But I do have a problem with the timing. I've been lazy. I've been idle where God is concerned. He has given me everything I have ever prayed for, ever. I am so blessed. And I haven't done a thing for Him. And I don't want to face Him like that. When I go and when I see God, I want Him to say, well done. And I'm not satisfied with that right now. It's not time. And God does not want sickness on us. God doesn't want us to deal with sickness or suffer with sickness or pray for extended days. That's hopeless. But with God, you can have exactly what you ask for, because you ask and you believe. And if we stand on His word, it's just a promise. And God's not going to lie. You know this. So don't let the enemy let you believe anything different, because, oh, I promise he's going to come at you and he is going to attack you if you are in a situation where there's just no other way except to rely on a little more time, just medicines for time. And I've been inspired by a book, Healed of Cancer. It's just filled with scriptures that this lady, she was diagnosed and probably had a couple of weeks, according to doctors. The hope and her faith, along with her family, was in God and a miracle. And that was in the 80s, and she's still living. And she's cancer-free and has remained cancer-free. And anytime health issues or anything came up, they already had enough faith from that particular time that they could just stand firm. I don't want to keep going on and on and on about this. My message is, you're taking this journey with me. I was diagnosed April 17th, 2013, this year, with the stage 4 cancer. And I've had other opinions. And I just recently went to go get a CAT scan, August the 26th, and am awaiting results of that. And I just believe with all my heart there's no more cancer. And I want you to share this with me. And I want you to have hope because of it. Get back. Today I'm on my way to get a CAT scan. This is August the 26th. It's a follow-up CAT scan. It's the follow-up that I'm getting, and it's also my birthday today, which is I'm counting on a wonderful, wonderful gift. Be cancer-free. Of course, I won't find out for a couple of days, the results and everything, but they're going to be good. And another good thing too is I thought all year long that I was 47 years old, but I'm just now 47 years old today, so I get to be the same age for 2 years in a row. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Anyway, much prayers are going up. Wonderful ladies that are over at the Cancer Center at Phoebe Worth are lifting me up in prayer and asking people to pray, and as well as my family and people in the community at their churches. And I went in yesterday to a church. Just trying to be obedient, because the scripture tells us, that when we are sick and in need of healing, we need to go to others, and we need to go to believers, and we need to be prayed for. And I can understand that, because that gives encouragement to those who are sick to be able to see a healing, and it gives encouragement to people who pray too, to know that there's power in prayer. Power when believers get together and pray. And so I walked into a church yesterday, and I was standing at the sink and washing dishes, and God was, I just felt like, well, are you going to go and do this? Because tomorrow's your scan, and you need to be obedient. And so I left in my shorts and my white legs and my flip-flops and a cap on, and a t-shirt was still wet from the dish water, and walked into a church be powerful because I was obedient and they were obedient, and because it's God's word, all prepped and ready. And the doctor was saying, you know, you got to fight. You can't just give up. And I want you all to know that I'm not giving up. This is the fight of my life. And I look forward to bringing you the news of the proof of healing. And thank you so much for those of you who were aware of what was going on with me and my family and have had us in your prayers. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. Hey, today is October the 11th. And I got my follow-up results for the scan on like September the 4th. I'm just now getting around to giving an update. But there was actually in my scan some good and bad reports. The good was that there was everything in the pelvis area and abdominal area and the liver. Everything looks good. But Dr. G'day here at Phoebe Worth Cancer Center, she is the one that I see on a regular basis now. She said that there is progression in the lung area based on what she sees in the scan reports. But now, you know, that is not by any means discouraging. We are believing since I've talked to y'all and since that report. I've also been to a ladies retreat that was in Lake Blackshear and from Creative Word Ministries, and it was a blessing. My daughter and my mother and my sister and I all went, and it was a blessing to all of us. But I was able to be prayed over yet again by wonderful women who have gone through healing, who have witnessed many healings, and who are big believers, and that meant the world to me. And also that my daughter was there. My daughter was prayed over with that in mind, so that my children, they prayed over all three of my children so that they never have to live in fear of cancer or sickness or anything like that. I tell you, I've been trying to look at a positive aspect. I've been feeling great, and everything is in a positive manner. And I tell you, looking at everything that comes along with, you know, a diagnosis that just ain't too good. I know to feel upbeat, that's kind of odd in some people's eyes, but I'm very happy and doing very well, and I just couldn't ask for more. But anyway, just taking a look at some of the, there is positive that's come out of it. You know, as bad as it is and as bad as it seems, there are some good things. I mean, take for instance weight loss. I've lost a good 20 pounds because I changed my diet, and you know, that's a good thing, and it was a good healthy weight loss, and I feel great. Yeah. Well, I guess I can't go in there. Bust in the sack with my mama jean. Bust in the sack with my mama jean. And plus, you know, when people think that you've got a limited amount of time, you know, they're very nice to you. The important thing is to have a sense of humor and to enjoy life. It's November now. It's November the 9th, and I've got an appointment coming up for another scan soon. So to my family and friends, I will keep you updated. And for those that are going through a cancer diagnosis, God is with you, and you can get through this. God is still in the miracle business, and you're going to see a miracle here. And I just pray God's blessings on you. See you next time.